In this New World PvP Academy video, I'm gonna show you why Keen is a useless perk in New World. I'm also going to show you how to nullify crits, and at the end of this video I'm also going to give you a secret tip when creating your own build to maximize your damage. Why would I say that Keen is a useless perk? This is obviously a strong claim, and there is actually a reason for it. If you have 5 resilient pieces on your armor and 150 con, crits will basically be like auto attacks, normal light attacks or heavy attacks. Crits will not apply to you. Or rather, crits will apply to you, but the damage will be the same as normal auto attacks or heavy attacks. Let me show you. If I crit with a Great Axe, the crit multiplier on the Great Axe is 1.3. As you can see, I did the same damage as the light attack and the crit attack. This is because the Great Axe has a 1.3 multiplier on crit, but everything above 1.4 multiplier on crits will actually do damage. Most weapons in New World has a 1.3 crit multiplier, so if you don't benefit from crits, it's better not to run Keen on your ring or on your weapon. This only counts for weapons that has a 1.3 crit multiplier or below. For example, all of these weapons. Also, some weapons benefit from crits in the skill tree, so you have to look at the skill tree of your weapon as well to actually decide if Keen is best to use on your weapon. I've sorted these weapons by looking at their skill trees as well. For example, the Great Axe has a 10% crit multiplier in the skill tree, so I excluded it from the list, even though it has a 1.3 crit multiplier. If you want to increase your crit multiplier on your weapon, you have to run Visas, which will add a 10% crit multiplier. So if your weapon is 1.3 crit multiplier, it will increase to 1.4 crit multiplier, which means you will do 5.77% more damage on your crits versus your normal attack. Before I tell you why Keen proc perks isn't as good, help me out by keeping this channel alive by liking this video and subscribing. So you also might say to me, what about the perks that proc from crits, like Keen Empowered, Keen Fortified and so on? Well, these Keen proc perks usually has a 10-second cooldown. So within those 10 seconds, all the crits that you do will be useless, since you will receive no extra damage on your crits, because your crit multiplier on your weapon is too low to actually benefit from crits. So you're better off running another proc perk like a refreshing move or even life stealing than Keen Empowered or Keen Fortified and so on. You might even run chain or even a attunement perk like flame attunement to increase your overall damage and survivability. Another option would also be to just add Visas to your weapon to increase your crit multiplier. Then Keen will become useful with your weapon and on your ring. Also, if your weapon can't utilize Keen, then it's better to go with damage on your ring for a damage multiplier, like increasing your thrust damage, your slash damage and so forth. So you will switch out Keen awareness for like thrust damage, arcane damage and so forth. Whichever type of damage your weapon does, just switch it out for another damage type on your ring. This way you will increase your damage overall and you won't rely just on crits. This also means that you will have to run 5 pieces of resilient on your armor and run 150 con, so you can nullify all of the crit damage you will receive when fighting against opponents. If you want to increase your damage even further, you can watch this video where I tested Visas versus Enchanted and Forting Strikes.